Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we are out here live driving the 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT 63S. We've got Alyssa here, help us out. She just dropped off our bonus car for the night. If you look over there, we've got the I can't remember if it's a 2020 or 2021, I think it's a 2020 Mustang 2.3 liter high performance pack. So we will actually be getting a little twofer in here tonight. Ooh.
You want to zoom?
Yeah, when you try to unzoom, it like zooms in all the way.
It's super annoying.
Right. Yeah. So, for those of you who have never tuned in before, this is a live drive. So if you're watching after the fact, the camera quality is a little bit poorer than our typical videos, but this is a chance for us here at Daily Motor to interact with you all in the audience and kind of show you some live aspects of the vehicles that we're going through, and if there's something specific that you'd like to see or like to hear or know about, either with the cars that we're testing or any of the other ones, this is a great chance to do so. So this right here is actually one of my absolute favorite cars that I've ever driven. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This being kind of the ultimate that Mercedes, man, is it always this zoomed in? Does that seem...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was a wider angle than that. Anyway, this is the ultimate of what Mercedes-AMG has to offer. I'll let you take this real quick. I'm going to grab the window sticker. Do a little bit of brushing up on exact specifications. Right here in the back, you can see the quad exhaust tips going all the way up to a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, putting out 630 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. Now, what Mercedes has done with this vehicle is they pretty much took their GT sports car, the AMG GT, and they decided, well, what if people wanted to have 2 more doors and 2 extra seats? And they made that happen, and that is it. This thing from the driver's seat feels like an AMG GTR. It's really that incredible. The sounds it makes, the looks that you get in it, the looks that it provides, these big swooping lines, aggressive aspects, but managing to be pretty at the same time. These big 315 aspect ratio, section width tires in the rear. I mean, this is true sports car size rubber. And we're dealing with carbon ceramic brakes. This is really the engineers at Mercedes-AMG putting everything into a 4-door car and just pretty much giving the middle finger to BMW, Porsche. Audi doesn't even have something close to this. I mean, they have the S8 Plus, but it can't even lay a finger into a car like this.
Good for them.
Right. As you see when we get on the road, the driving dynamics of this car is really amazing.
Wonderful.
Go ahead and pop the hood real quick. What do you think of this color, Liz?
I love this color. It's so beautiful. It's flashy. It's classy. It's difficult to be flashy and classy at the same time, but I think they did it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The way it reflects light, the wax job on it, of course, is beautiful. I love how it just dances off the chrome look, the black tones. I love that.
Look at these pillarless doors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like coupe style.
Yeah. The only thing that would make this car better, in my opinion, is making it a convertible.
You listening, Mercedes? Well, Mercedes...
My humble, girly opinion.
Mercedes does make the S63 and 65 convertibles, and those are pretty monstrous.
Huh.
Not quite to this level, but very close.
Hold on. That's so weird. I'm playing around with a zoom. There it goes. We're back. I guess it was zoomed in a little bit.
Was it?
I think so.
Okay. So here we have that twin turbo V8 putting out 630 horse, and we can see, courtesy of Ramesh Vimaladran, right there. He's the one who
That's cool.
put this engine together, and nice of him to actually sign it in a way that we could read.
Yeah, and not just a line,
right,
like a scribbled line.
Yep, exactly. So pretty neat that someone over there in Germany actually pieced this engine together bit by bit. Pretty cool.
They've got it covered really well, though.
Yep, lots of plastics. hiding all the goodies under here.
Right.
Wouldn't even be very easy to get to at all. They
No.
don't want you doing your own maintenance.
It doesn't look like it'd be very easy to do.
No. So let's go inside. Let's show everyone the driver's seat here.
Okay.
They did such a good job at making this car look kind of like you said, flashy.
Yeah. Flashy but classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it drives luxurious and sporty at the same time. Not many cars can pull that off.
Right.
The ride's still a little bit firm, but it's kind of supposed to be with seats like this. And they still managed to make the interior a pleasant place to be. You comment on this beautiful red stitching.
I love the red stitching. It's nice. You can see it. It's bright enough, but it's not gaudy. It's not in your face.
Right.
It's, again, the flashy but the classy.
So we're going to get right to the driving here, just because for those of you who may or may not know, the western side of the United States is on fire, which makes the eastern side covered with a light haze.
Yeah.
So it's going to get darker sooner than typical tonight. So let's go take this for a run, and then we'll go out and get a little bit of time in the Mustang
Right.
as well. The little four-banger.
That one's fun to drive.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be interested to hear what you think.
Okay.
So if you want to stand back there, we'll get a little startup clip. This thing sounds.
Dangerous to do, Nitsy.
The gunshots.
That's awesome.
Even if it's a smaller V8, it's still V8.
Still popping.
Still popping. We are actually going to shift from the current mode we're in, race, down to
Oh, yay.
just kind of cruise out of here. Let's get our center display up and running. It does seem to have frozen.
Oh,
We
no.
have nothing.
Oh, jeez. Nothing but a black screen.
Yeah, that's, you know, commenters can get in right now and complain about German reliability, because we got nothing. We got one screen, though.
Yeah, at least the one that counts we
Right.
have. Yep.
So if you are just tuning in, this is the live drive of the 2020 AMG GT 63S. Feel free to let us know anything in the comments you'd like to see or know about the car or any of the other cars we've been testing, or just anything about the universe. We will do our darndest to answer it.
And you guys should hang on
the
to.
car.
Okay. Oh, see what's going on with that?
Yeah, see if we can get the center display to pop back up. Oh, actually. There we go. Which is strange, because typically the clock shows up there when that's off, but I guess the clock just felt like not.
Maybe there needs to be a
showing.
clock mode.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's actually go to vehicle. And then, not phone, vehicle, come on. Boy, it is really taking its time tonight. There we go. And we'll do dynamic select, engine data.
That's beautiful.
Hey, you guys can see how much power we're making. Currently 0. There we go, there's a little bit. Alright, so you can already, even though it's not that dark out, you can already see some of the ambient lighting.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Down here, underneath this, a little bit of the dash area. And the handles on the door, it sweeps around here, goes all the way across.
This is all-wheel drive, which you pretty much have to have when you're dealing with this much power. There'd be no common sense way for you to put down 630 horsepower to the rear wheels. It just wouldn't be safe in a car like this. I mean, there are certainly rear-wheel drive sports cars that put down that much power, but you kind of know what you're driving with a sports car. You're not driving your family around or something.
Right. Huh. We have a lot of gadgets to look at in the front here, and it's kind of amazing.
Nice carbon fiber, really premium materials everywhere.
Yeah.
These are kind of neat. They're little screen buttons. So like you see right here, this is for engine stop start. If I press that, it actually cycles to change and show what the status is of the button. Or down here, this is for the exhaust mode. Right now it's in quiet. If I press that, it turns red, show me I'm in louder exhaust mode. Same for over here. You got traction control on or off, suspension settings, and transmission settings.
Huh. Very cool.
Yep. I can change drive mode from either right here, this little toggle, or up here on the steering wheel, I can rotate through.
Ah.
I'd love to know how loud that actually is outside.
Yes. No handle for me up here. Woo. Touchy brakes.
Look at this dingus stopped right here.
Oh my gosh.
That's so unsafe. Are you doing all right, bud?
Wow. Wow, that's weird. Goodness.
This car is violent.
I'm glad we didn't have this in Colorado.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just nuts how
Dang.
fast it is.
It is. Were you braking when, or was that just you?
No, there was a little bit of braking. Right
Okay.
there. Yep,
Okay.
yep, yep.
Yeah. I like how the seatbelts can tell and they hug you extra tight when that happens. That was actually really beautiful. That acceleration there.
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful. I don't think I've ever used that term.
What is that little animal up there? Is that a fox? Is it a dog?
That's a dog. Don't come into the road here. Maybe it's lost.
Not scary.
A dog that approaches a car is interesting.
Yeah. And look how long the torque band is here. If you show it here, when I get on it, it gets up to 660 pound-feet and just stays up there for a while.
Oh, you want to hear how fast that is, or how loud that is?
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what it sounds like from the outside, see if we can catch it at all.
You can hear the turbo.
Yeah, you hear the turbos, you hear the
Oh.
top whiz bangs.
I'm gonna make this Hummer feel.
A little inadequate.
Yeah, I was gonna say fat, but. Oh, tire squeal. Oh my gosh. So much tire squeal the whole time. The
Now,
whole ramp.
I don't know if it's just because this is a car I'm comfortable with, or if it's really the amazing limits of this vehicle, but that's probably the fastest I've ever gone around an on-ramp.
Very nice.
Yeah, like we were doing almost 70, and most cars I top out around
Seriously?
60.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. How many times have you driven this car before?
Well, I got to take it on a road trip actually last year for my birthday.
Oh, that's what that was. I keep hearing about that wonderful car you got to take for that road trip.
Yep.
And now I know what it is.
This car, yep. Yeah, it was just, you could just fly down the highway at very, very legal speeds that would only be legal in Germany. And yet, when you want to calm down and just drive like this, I mean, it's got the semi-autonomous driving mode from Mercedes that works very well. Adaptive cruise, good sound system, beautiful interior. These seats, even though they're firm, they're still comfortable over a long period of time.
They're first and foremost race seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
They definitely hug you in.
Yeah.
You can't. I'll show you. Here, I can show you right now. I just opened the road. Alyssa's arms are kind of tucked.
This is where the seat comes in.
Yep.
And my arms, I'm not a large person,
Yes.
go right here.
Yeah.
So I am very much like, and the bolsters can actually get wider
Yeah.
to strap you in even more, so
Yep.
you do not move.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is not necessarily built for comfort, but for safety. Is that what this is?
Well, and performance, just hugging
Ah.
you in and helping you, you know, when you rip around corners.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Yeah. But unlike the BMW, the M8 that we had, the M8 competition, this is still very accessible power, yes. I mean, even anyone, any of you watching, Alyssa, having never driven it, could get behind the wheel here and still go pretty fast and feel like she knows what she's doing. But unlike the BMW, there's a satisfaction to taking it that extra level and really throwing it into a corner, or really coming out and kind of shaking the rear end out a little bit and feeling the steering weight up. The BMW lacked that character, and it's nice that this Mercedes does now.
I remember that comment about that BMW, that it was very much uncommunicative in its driving experience.
Exactly.
Everything was the wheels, the tires didn't communicate to the wheel inside the car.
Right. Whereas this one, it's not quite as good as like a Miata, but you do feel it, and you do feel like what you're telling the wheel to do, it's gonna listen. Look at that sun.
Yep, the sun is incredibly red, most likely due to those fires.
Yep.
Silly gender reveals.
Yep. Right. A little roundabout action here.
All right. Really missing my handle up here, but it's not the end of the world.
I was gonna do the full thing. Now this fusion's coming. Maybe I will. Very uneventful.
We had some tire squeal though.
Just a little bit, yep.
Yeah.
Just letting us know what's going on out there.
Right.
It's just such a holistic package. I mean, if I had just unlimited funds, just stupid Jeff Bezos rich, this would very likely be my daily driver.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that as a daily driver. That would be just.
Why not? You know?
Well, I mean, like just having that
sort
power.
Of, yeah. Oh yeah. Like you want to pass someone, you're just like boom.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like electric car fast. Or
That's fun.
Fast.
Okay, so at what point when you are full throttling it, do you actually feel that acceleration, that pull?
Instantly. Right?
Instant. You hear it first.
Yeah. Well, it took a second for it to downshift, but like I'll do that same thing I did in the McLaren this week with this car. So the McLaren that we were in was twin turbo V8, but we were up at altitude, and it was a smaller V8 that revved higher and made less power than this. This makes about 100 more horsepower than the McLaren.
Are you serious?
But it is heavier.
Okay, so that kind of.
So right here, same thing.
Nets out a little bit.
In the McLaren, if I was in second gear, about $2,000, and floored it, it's sort of nothing happened until I got up to about 4,000 or so.
Yeah.
This one, let's get up to about 2, and
I guess, okay.
so there was still a small delay, but then it built and it came on, and then it was like the same level of acceleration for the rest of the rev range. Whereas the McLaren, it was sort of an even crescendo all the way up to the top.
Yes, yeah, it was.
This was kind of just like, okay, I'm going. The McLaren was like, okay. Yeah.
Perhaps the difference between men and women.
All right. So, if any of you want to see any last things here with the GLS 63, let us know in the comments.
Ooh, what? What happened? Sorry. Sorry to those of you watching. I accidentally hit the reverse camera button. I got a nice look at my nose. I'm wondering if it would be cool to do a launch control.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
We're a little low on traction here, but let's see what happens.
Okay. It is a little bit gravelly on this road back here.
Yep. So we will go. we're in race mode. We're gonna go full brake, full gas. My seatbelt is still locked. There
Yes,
we go.
yeah. It
Just released itself.
really squeezes you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does this have a drift mode?
I don't think so. You can, well, it's a rear bias all-wheel drive. So if you take the traction control off, you can do sport handling mode. You can certainly hang the rear end out, as I'll demonstrate here in a moment. But it doesn't go full rear-wheel drive the way that the BMW does. And I'm okay with that, because if you put any of the BMWs in their drift mode, in the two-wheel drive mode, they're undrivable. I mean, that's so scary to have all that power simply going to the rear wheels. If you just drive around like that, you'll most likely crash.
Wow.
If you're giving it the beans. So Mercedes does what I think makes more sense, and it just sends more power to the rear wheels and allows you to kind of get a four-wheel drift going. So let's see in sport handling mode.
We have a lot of traffic coming.
Yep, we'll just kind of wait a second here because we'll have a good break. I'm gonna go first gear, drive, okay. I wonder, there's sport handling mode and then there's full off. So let's do sport first.
Okay.
Oh, well now we got this car.
Woo!
So that allowed us to just do a little whip and, and come right back in.
Was that satisfactory enough, Moran Samandi? He's the one that asked you.
Moran Samandi. Good to have you on the chat, man. I think something is weird with the camera. I don't think it's usually that zoomed in, is it? I think it's
fine now. I don't know what happened, but
because when I was turning it on you, it seemed too zoomed in. So what we might do when we switch into the Mercedes or the Mustang, too many M's this week, we might start a new live stream and migrate on over there and try to reset it and see if it
I think it's actually fine. Okay. I think it had something to do with switching the camera.
Okay. Like that might have reset it?
It might have, yeah.
Okay. The other thing is I kind of want people to know, I don't know if we could retitle this live stream, but I kind of want people to know that we're driving the Mustang.
Yes, yep.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Alright, now, where would be the best place to try this out? I suppose right here will work. I just love being thrust to the back of my seat like that.
So Moran Samandi says turn TCS off, which I'm assuming is traction control.
Yep.
And pull both paddle for drift mode.
Drift mode. Hey,
wow.
Learned something. All right. Well.
Wait, it says currently unavailable.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I wonder if that's. It thinks I have a low tire right now because it's low by like 2 psi. Let me try that.
Wow, that's picky.
It is picky. Let's see. Drift mode currently unavailable. See operator's manual.
Huh.
Let me see. Let's pull up here. I think when I took this car up north, I averaged something like 12 miles per gallon.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Park. We're going to go...
LED. We'll get to the LED in a sec.
Vehicle. Vehicle settings. No. Assistance. No. Operator's manual maybe. What I need to do is I need to reset, maybe I can do that from the center screen here. I need to reset the tire pressure monitor. Home. Vehicle. No.
Vehicle settings.
I just tried that one. Mercedes-Benz apps, maybe? If you're just tuning in, this is us trying to clear the low pressure settings so that we can, low tire pressure settings so that we can try drift mode. Let me see if I can do it from here.
If any of you guys know how to do that,
Right.
let us know.
Ron Smondy's probably looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just hold this down? Let's do a little restart. Please correct tire pressure. It's only 2 psi low. It's 37, 39, 35, 34. I mean, I will fix it when we get home, but I don't have a tire pressure filler right here on me. Fronts are supposed to be at... It's hard to read this upside down. Huh. 50. Oh, they're pretty, oh wow, it wants really high tire pressure.
Oh man.
51 psi in the front and 46 in the rear cold.
Wow.
That's crazy high. Well, maybe that's why it's freaking out, because...
It's at 37?
Yeah, and it wants to be at 51 cold.
Oh man.
Weird. Well,
yeah.
we'll try one last time here, but I'm assuming it's not going to let us do it. So we got traction control off. Drift mode currently unavailable. Sorry, guys. We will drift the Mustang.
Okay.
All right, but we can get one more good launch control in on this clean road.
Yeah, that'll be good. It'll be nice. Those are pretty decent in this car.
Yes. But you got to remember, the four-wheel drive, the rear-wheel drive bias in this car is so good that you hardly need drift mode. But I understand why it would be fun. All right.
You're gonna do launch control when there's a curve in the road?
Yep.
Okay. Foxy Fox 3942 Gaming says that they got the Mercedes GLC 300.
Ah, very nice.
And they are demanding that we show them the LED lights.
Okay, well, here are the LED lights.
Aren't they
The ambient
beautiful?
lighting.
Oh my gosh.
What we can do is
down by my feet.
Go over to vehicle and go to light settings, ambient light. And then we can choose from a variety of colors.
Look at all that.
Oops. Variety of colors. Multicolor. Turn that on. Go over. So we've got purple sky, ocean blue, fire red. Some of the reds and the yellows you can't really see in this lighting.
It comes all the way from over here, sweeps across. It's in all the air vents, which is what these are on the front, down by the feet. And there's so much ambient lighting. I love that. You can see the green up there, of course.
No other manufacturer puts as much effort into its ambient lighting, well, other than maybe like Rolls-Royce, as Mercedes does. And it really comes out to be an effective product, because if you don't like it, just turn it off.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But for people who do like it,
yeah,
and to get that wow factor, you can choose any color in the rainbow. You can do these multicolor effects. When you change the temperature, if I go up on the driver's side, you can see my vents are turning red. If I go down, they turn blue. Same with Alyssa's over there.
That's pretty neat.
If we had it on sync, then all four of them would go. I mean, that little level of detail, like those things are subtle, but yet they just, that sells cars. That makes people like think it's cool.
I would always have my ambient lighting on if I owned a car like this.
Yes, exactly.
And I'd always be changing it.
And you can dim it and that sort of thing, but it's just nice to have that option.
Yeah.
Okay, when we go into reverse, I know there are a few more chats, but let's show you've got all sorts of different camera options. You've got a single angle with the 360 above, and then you've got kind of a super wide, so that shows you all sorts of the back. You can see the sides for the curbs. As you can see, that's all four corners of the car. And then a front and a wide front.
That's really very nice.
It really is.
Yeah, it's so many options. I really like that.
Yep.
And it looks like you, oh yeah. Okay, for the wide angle, it doesn't have the turning.
Correct.
Right, but for this one, which is very important, it does.
Yep.
So I like that.
All right there, and stop. Car's even got a lift. Oh.
Ooh.
The car's even got a lift feature with the air suspension that can rise it up if you need to get over tough speed bumps or driveways or anything like that. So, just about the perfect car in my book.
Gotcha. Very cool.
What would people like to know in the comments?
White Putin is here.
Hey, Wide Putin.
He says he hasn't seen a live video in a while, so.
Oh yeah, glad to have him on.
A good night to tune in since we're doing 2 cars in one.
Yeah.
Yep. He says also our connection is cutting out quite often, and it is not him. I have not noticed anything.
Okay. That's good to know, though.
Normally, when it cuts out very bad, it will say reconnecting across the screen here, and I haven't seen anything like that. But that doesn't mean that Wide Putin is not.
Maybe we
true.
can fire up your tethering there, and I'll go through the rest of the. Oh. Go to service menu and select tire pressure, press down and press reset. Hey, there we go. All right, well, before we get out of the car, let's give that a shot.
Maybe we can do some donuts?
Maybe, if we can find a good place for it. Okay, service menu. Now, the Mercedes system is one of the more complex, that's for sure.
Let's get a better view of that.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even make it all the way over here into settings. I probably could have figured this out myself.
You say that now, knowing what to do. System info? What was it that they said?
He said,
Service menu.
Yeah. There's so many.
Yes.
Service menu. Moran Samandi, help us out here.
Where would we find service menu? I mean, I'm guessing this is.
I mean, there's vehicle settings, there's operator's manual.
Interesting.
Mercedes-Benz apps? This is probably things like weather and stuff.
Try the voice command.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from the Moran says it's from the steering wheel.
Service menu.
No genre found.
Worthless. Okay, so it says from here?
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I
Wow.
was looking for.
Coming in clutch, guys. Thank you.
Use current pressures as... Hey! Okay.
Wow. All right. Seatbelt back on?
Yeah, we'll go out real quick. It's going to be night by the time we're in the Mustang.
I
That's
know.
okay.
You don't want to just do it in here?
I've ruined this parking lot too much.
Yeah, look at all the tires.
Yeah.
That's from Mustang.
This is somebody's business. I feel bad. So we'll go ruin some public road.
Worthless tech that does not even work. That's what White Putin said about the voice command stuff.
Does this have the Hey Mercedes? Hey Mercedes. No, it does not.
Wow. Well, it's an AMG.
Yeah. It might be. This might not have the updated MBUX system.
Nice.
Okay. So we want to go into race mode again. We'll turn traction control off. Drift mode currently unavailable.
Oh, you're kidding.
Maybe I have to be stopped.
Okay. Potentially.
We'll get back over here.
At least we have less traffic over here.
I hope those pops and bangs are coming through on the camera.
Yeah, let us know if you guys can hear that. Woo.
There's like no interruption of power when it shifts either. It's just keeps going.
I don't think I got a good video of that. Wow! Well, with drift mode currently unavailable, it seems still quite drifty.
Right?
So I
See?
hope you guys are satisfied.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
the center of the road.
Those pops are coming through. Wonderful!
Alright, we'll go back over here. At least it doesn't take long to get places in this car. Oh, a little Can-Am Spider. I haven't put you through a full brake test in this car yet either.
No, that's gonna be... Oh,
It's got some perky boys, let me tell you.
pretty super crazy. Are you turning around going the other way?
Well, I'm gonna try to get that drift mode on. Alright, let's actually take its... Alright, let's go into park. No. What else could it be? That's not it. Drift mode. That was... Oh?
Online results.
The line number, please.
That was 0%.
Cancel.
I want to go here. Operator's manual. Wait for it to load. Search.
Type in drift mode.
Yep. I think, can't I just write a letter? Apparently not. Oh my gosh, the lag on this system is driving me nuts. Oh shoot, someone's actually coming around here.
This is such a gravelly parking lot.
Right? Park. This is quickly becoming a fruitless endeavor. Search. Doesn't help that the system definitely has some lag to it. I swipe my finger and it comes up a few seconds later. D.
Like my parents' Roku.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Drift mode. Currently unavailable. See operator's manual. Okay.
Let me look at that. There we go. That's weird.
Okay. Activation conditions are not met. Can you tell me the activation conditions? Yes. ESP is deactivated. Drive mode race is selected. Got those. The doors, hood, and engine tailgate are closed. Running transmission engine are normal. Operating temp, transmissions in D. We had all those things. Pull pedal. If conditions are fulfilled. Alright, so let's try one more time.
Wow.
I mean, we're race, off, drive. Those are the three things that it said to do. Well, sorry guys. D, I guess maybe the engine is not running and transmission and engine are not at operating temp. I mean, they are, so I don't know what the issue is there.
That's weird.
Okay. Well, it's probably for the better. We don't need to be drifting this $200,000 car around.
I guess that's fair.
Okay. Back to get the Stanger. Any last questions you all have about...
Woo! Whoa! Oh my god! Warn a girl, man! Holy smokes! I'm gonna have like a red line across my chest.
Some pretty grippy brakes, huh?
Yeah, that's
These are
insane.
big old carbon ceramic clampers. Alright, we'll go from race mode down into
Comfort? Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh. You're gonna make this car in front of us poop themselves.
Good. Good fun right there. Good family fun.
Exactly.
Let's change the ambient light around a little bit more now that you can see it better. color mix is kind of cool. It'll just cycle through different colors. But
It's beautiful in here.
my favorite is always, it's just the ones that show up the best are the blues and the purples.
Yes. Look how vibrant that is. Look how vibrant. I love that. It's really pretty.
Yep, I certainly love this car. I love the way it looks, sounds, drives, feels, just everything about it.
Nice.
If I had to nitpick, it would be I would prefer a rotary knob and just a better working infotainment display.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you mean about the seats not exactly being comfortable if you're not broad-shouldered enough.
Right.
And even then, I mean, my arms are not what I would say to be comfortable in, but it's just kind of the nature of having big bolstered seats like this.
Yeah. It's not an uncomfortable seating position once you are used to it. And I'm using my arms right now to hold up the phone. But if we were, you know, going to be doing long road trips, I'd feel kind of awkward. I would just be like, where do I put these things that I have?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Look at how cool these lights look. Probably not showing up on the camera.
It might
very
not
well.
be a little bit, but yeah. A lot of glare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
many comments, guys. Loving it.
Comment it up.
Oh, yeah. White Putin wants to know how we're holding up with all the virus and the government regulations and whatnot. He says it looks like we're doing pretty okay.
Yeah, we're healthy.
Yeah.
We've taken our precautions, washing our hands much more often. That's for sure.
Yes, yep. Carrying around hand sanitizer and masking it up with all those things.
Yeah. Hope all of you all are staying safe as well.
Yep. Yep.
All right, bonus car.
Are you paying attention, White Putin? Because here it is.
Ugh.
A little flash of green in there. This car is very difficult for me to get out of, however.
Look, everybody, it's Christmas. It is kind of sad that the American muscle car here is sporting a little 2.3 liter 4-cylinder turbo, and it's the German car that's got the big burly V8. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. Le clé, s'il vous plaît. Alyssa drove the
You have it.
Stanger over here.
Don't you have it?
Did you leave it in there?
Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh my god. That'd be terrifying.
All right, so for those of you who are tuning in to see the Mercedes, we're actually going to shift over to our bonus car, the Ford Mustang High Performance Package 2.3 liter. So this is the EcoBoost, you can see there, and it's rocking the notorious 10-speed automatic transmission, not a 6-speed manual, unfortunately. Now, Liz, you drove this car over here. What did you think?
It growls when you just touch the gas. It just growls, and it's just like, I'm not even going that fast. Calm down. Don't, officer, please don't pull me over. I swear, I'm going under the speed limit. Please. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
Very
true.
fun, yeah.
Do you want to start it up, and I'll stand in the back for an exhaust clip?
Sure.
Okay.
Make sure it's in park.
Yep. So it sounds pretty decent for a 4-cylinder. You can hear those turbos running.
Slow down.
Okay. That's pretty fun.
That is fun. It sounds like a lot of aggressive balloons popping.
That's a good way to put it. All right. Well, I don't think I can change the name of the
Live drive?
live drive, so people will just have to be surprised if they tune in expecting a Mercedes, and maybe some of those EcoBeast warriors out there are going to miss out. But for everyone who's here, Wide Putin, you are correct. Nothing beats a big block. Well, I was going to say a small block Chevy, but a big block Chevy would be good as well. All right, let's hop in.
Okay.
Pretty standard interior for anyone who tuned into our Mustang GT convertible live drive. This is pretty similar. We got partially powered seats here, so unfortunately I can't set your seat memory, Liz.
That's
So
okay.
you'll just have to readjust it again.
These seats are incredibly comfortable though.
Yeah, it is a big change from
They
the
are so
from
forgiving.
the Mercedes. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna do a quick spin in the Mustang, kind of talk about it a little bit. Now this is wearing Pirelli P0 Corsa tires, and they have a ton of grip. It's kind of nutty how much grip there is in this car. Unfortunately, the power doesn't really live up to how much grip there is, but you will make the best of it. I do like the shifter. It's got a nice, satisfying click to it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's such a light feeling car already, just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Not dealing with all-wheel drive, smaller tires. It definitely feels like a more playful car.
Yes. Yeah.
And quieter. Cool gauges in here too. Yeah.
Big zoom in
So for any of you just tuning in, this is not a Mercedes GT 63S.
there. I
This
think out of the way,
is-
sorry.
A Mustang 2.3 liter high performance pack. We're doing a little bonus car content for our live drive.
You guys got 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
I don't know, that seems, when you've got it up there, it's quite loud.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely gets loud when you're on it.
Right.
It's just when you're off that you don't really hear those pops and burbles and everything.
Does this car have the Bang & Olufsen sound system?
No, it does not. No, it's just a standard 9-speaker premium kind of mid-level audio system. Same one as the GT we had. Now, I am of the opinion that 10 gears are too many. I'm okay with 7 speeds, 8 speeds, and 9 is pushing it. 10's too many. There are decent 10-speed transmissions, don't get me wrong, but never once have I been in a 10-speed car and been like, ah, yes, I'm glad that we have all of these gears.
Nice.
Well, this car would feel decently quick if we hadn't just been in that Mercedes.
Yeah. Yes. The comparisons are kind of mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The only thing I can't stop thinking about in this car is seriously how cushiony these seats are. I love that. I really love that. This would be fun to take cross country.
Yep.
Yeah.
But interestingly, you'd think that, but these seats, they don't have the right support. It's kind of like being in a really soft mattress.
Ooh.
You're like, oh, this feels great, and then halfway through the night, you're like, oh god, my back. You're not being supported properly. That's the case with these seats. I've spent many hours in them. It's deceptive. It really is, and it's sad because they do, upon initial comfort, you're like, wow.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Right there, I dropped from 8th gear to 4th, just putting my foot down, and now we're in the 3rd. We're gonna wrap it around this corner.
That was very
Fix
gripping.
that facade out back there.
It's a Passat?
Yeah, so
Yeah, they would be freaked out.
the ride is really good though. It takes these bumps
It really
well.
does, yeah.
Now right there, I don't know if you heard it was very quick, but it upshifted even though I'm in race mode, and then when I put my foot back down into it, it had to downshift again. Like, why did you bother upshifting? If you were driving this car sporty, you'd just have to just keep it in the paddle shift mode pretty much.
Woo! Oh my gosh!
It's good at that. It's definitely, it's definitely a playful little car. It feels much lighter than even the GT Mustang.
Wow. I feel like that was the most drifting that
That's
I've
probably the most I've
actually.
ever done with you, yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone more than that?
Yeah.
Wow. Minus donuts, of course.
Right. Fortunately, you have a lot of torque, so you have that power to kick it out. The downside is, in the high performance package, you've got so much grip that you really have to force it to break loose. Let's turn stability control off.
Are you doing a
I'm gonna
Launch
whip it
control?
No, I'm gonna whip it around here.
Oh.
Try
Just
it.
don't hit that little sign.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, the car was not happy about that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It now wants me to service the traction control system.
Oh, jeez. Charlie, what did you do?
Well, you know what? Ford should be able to handle abuse like that. There's just... This car, it could be really good. It just kind of feels like it's just not a fully completed product. There's just too many weird things. The revs kind of bouncing back and forth. There's too many gears for me to shift through. A 6-speed manual will definitely help. Even a 6-speed auto would help.
Huh. Yeah, it's really not wanting you to drift anymore.
No,
it's stopping you.
Took it out of race mode as well. Let me see if I can go back in.
Let's see.
Put me in Sport Plus. Track mode.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's back in track mode.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Newton is dying to know,
Yes.
Ford or Chevy?
Well, depends on who's watching, but
That's your answer. That's...
when it comes to Mustang versus Camaro, I'd take a Camaro.
He would.
The
Yep.
Camaro is just a better driver's car. The transmission's better. I like the engine better. The 5.0 in the Mustang might be more technologically impressive, high revving and everything like that, but I like the sound and the character of the old pushrod V8. As a brand, I think Ford's doing a lot of stupid stuff right now. I think the Mach-E is poorly executed. I do think the Bronco's good. I think the Escape's good. I don't like the Explorer. Edge is good. I miss the Focus and the Fiesta. Mustang's good, but it's starting to get stale. Let's see how quick we can take this on-ramp here. Not quite as fast as we could with the Mercedes. We're a few miles per hour off.
Pretty darn close.
Oh,
but yeah.
definitely good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go
I feel
down.
like the AMG really took that a lot easier, though.
Yes. As a holistic brand, Ford or Chevy, it's just two brands that have both done so much stupid stuff lately. I'd probably have to go Chevy. And I grew up more of a Ford person, and I like the feel of Ford's better, but their product line is they've just been shooting themselves. It's like that meme with Eric Andre, and he shoots Hannibal Buress in the chair, and then looks back and he's like, "Why is Hannibal dead?"
Yeah.
It's Ford just shooting itself by killing off all of its good product, and then being like, "Why don't people like us?" Yeah. It's a shame. It really is. But
Well,
you know,
yeah. There you have it.
there you have it. I'm sorry I took a long time with that.
No, that's a good answer. I think that's really good. And knowing that you did come from a Ford family and you still have that opinion, I think that means something. Yeah. So, yeah. White Putin actually thinks the new Bronco is ugly.
Well, I mean, yeah, everyone gets to have their opinion, but
Right.
you can have a wrong opinion. It's fine.
Did you hear that? Okay. Let's see. We have a bunch of comments to go through.
Cool. That's the downside with live drives, is we always get the most viewers at the end. It's almost like we need to start the live drive half an hour before we actually go in the car. Or you guys got to start giving us super chats to pay for our gas, and then we'll drive all night.
Let's see if I can say this name correctly.
Oh my god, that downshift was atrocious.
Oh?
Yeah, it was just so stupid. I got off the gas and then it downshifted. Also, there's from about 4,000 all the way up to 6,500 or so, it's just a very bland linear power curve. Now down low, when you're just driving it around, you feel that torque come on, that feels good.
Yeah.
That's fun, that's cool. But then after that initial push,
It doesn't keep going?
there's no crescendo. It's just a flat line, pretty much.
Gotcha. Ah.
Yeah, you don't have to work for anything. It's all just right there for you.
Let's see. Aman Hatafi, I'm sorry if I said your name incorrectly, says, why is having so many gears a bad thing? That should help for fuel consumption. And then he says, sorry, but poor people always take fuel consumption into consideration.
Yes, that's true. But all that actually does is allow them to do better at EPA fuel economy numbers. That the big higher amount of gears did not actually help in your real world fuel economy. If you want a perfect example, look at the GTI or GLI we just had. We have a GTI right now, but the GLI we had, that was a 6-speed manual, and I got 40 miles to the gallon on the highway and great fuel economy all around town. There's so many other better ways that a manufacturer can achieve genuinely good real world fuel economy numbers using either CVT transmissions or like 10-gear transmissions. All that's doing is helping them excel at the EPA test. Every car, when its EPA fuel economy testing, is driven in the exact same way. It's technically just rolled on a machine, and it can. The sooner it can shift, pretty much more efficiently it can drive. That doesn't mean when you're actually behind the wheel, it'll do better.
All right, there we have that. And what do you think about GM's agreement with Honda to develop electric cars and eventually cross-platform their vehicles in the future?
I think that's smart. I think GM does things well and not well, and I think Honda does things well and not well. And for them to just team up and kind of combine forces like that, I think that can only help the consumer.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a good idea.
Yep.
White Putin actually doesn't like that because Honda isn't that good. I guess they do make good vehicles, but GM should have if they had to partner with Toyota.
Ooh. Well, here's the thing. Honda's a smaller brand. What incentive would there possibly be for Toyota to partner up with GM? Toyota can do anything they want. They're like one of the highest volume and most profitable auto companies on the planet. They don't need to partner with GM. Honda could use the help, but Honda makes much better cars than Toyota. I'm not saying reliability necessarily, but Honda's like this close, and driving dynamics, they're way up here. Radios down here, infotainment here, styling here. Yeah.
He says, face it, Toyota is a more reliable company than Honda.
They are. I mean, we're talking like, that would be like choosing the A+ student next to the A student. I mean, then you've got Ford over here, who's like the C student, just trying to get by.
He's just trying to crack everybody up with his jokes.
Right. You've got Mitsubishi huffing glue in the back of the classroom.
That's great.
So what we'll do is we'll get out. We can keep answering comments, but we'll go over and we'll bring the Mercedes into the light as well.
Okay. Bring it into the light.
Yep. What do we got in the old comment train? Punch it! We did punch it. Weren't you watching? Yes. No, Alex, that is a good point. There can be good 10-speed transmissions. I mean, GM and Ford built a 10-speed together initially, and then Ford's calibrations were garbage, and GM's calibrations were great. In fact, I know some transmission calibrators friends that work at Ford, and they said the transmission cal team and the engine cal team, they don't work together at all. Engine cal just sends in their specs, and transmission cal works with them. So very poorly set up system there, and it kind of shows why you get such awful 10-speed transmissions like that, whereas GM and Honda can make great 10-speed transmissions. Now, Alyssa, would you like to drive the Mercedes over there?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Take your time.
Okay.
I'll let you.
Hop in?
Oh, I will. I'll let you give us a little startup clip. Take your time, though. This is the AMG GT 63, as you all were promised by the title. We didn't abandon it. Now, if on the steering wheel, if you rotate that C over to R, well, actually it won't be an R, it'll be a little flag. One more, there you go. Now give us a little bit of the old Reverino. Oh, that's awesome.
No? Good.
Look how beautiful that looks in there. I'm just talking about the car at this point.
Oh, well.
Awesome. All right, let me hop in the passenger seat. Now, even though you're not driving it far, I'm sure you'll notice and feel how much heavier and sturdier everything feels.
Okay.
And
I guess I don't need my seatbelt, but it's just habit.
yeah, well, if you want, you can go out and then back in. It's up to you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I need to put my seat forward quite a bit.
And you got your good old door Mercedes seat adjustments. Man, this looks so cool on camera.
Oh, I was looking for this. I was like, oh, oops.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull it back.
Yep, brake and then back.
Oh, that was.
That's neutral. Now one more. Your foot's. Yep, there we go. Drive.
Okay. Do you want me to put it right next to it? Same.
No, I want you to do kind of like a V shape.
Yep.
So loop around that way, and then V in, so that they're both kind of facing the light.
It feels so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you mean.
Yep, very burly car.
Yeah.
Muscular. Which is ironic, again, that the muscle car doesn't feel muscular. That feels much more sporty and light.
You want me to go closer?
This is actually, well, just turn a little bit that way, and then I'll have you back up, and then it'll be good.
Forward?
Yep. There you go.
Oh, reverse, right.
Yep. And then come back and turn the wheel the other way, like crank it. Nope, sorry, the way you're going, but all the way.
Ooh, slipped.
Yep. Right, and now straight back. A little bit more, and good. All right, and then P is to park.
Oh, it's a button. I couldn't see that from here.
Yep. And then power off. Nice job.
Cool.
We are hopping out of the GT63 now. We're gonna wrap up this live drive now that it's getting dark. Thank you, California wildfires, giving us a hazy evening. It actually looks lighter in the camera than it does in real life. But if you didn't catch it, you missed a little twofer tonight. Not only did we have AMG's $200,000 Beast, but we also had Ford's little pocket rocket, the 2.3 liter high performance package Mustang. We got our Christmas colors tonight, even though it's still September.
Yep, hasn't even been homing yet.
No. Look at the size of that badge. It doesn't light up, it's not that ostentatious, but I mean, that's big. That's my whole hand. Mean. Yep. So, any last questions that you all may have? Maran Samari, did you try it in manual mode? See if it works in owner's manual. Oh, I didn't. It didn't mention that, but let's give that a quick shot. One last try for you here. For those of you just tuning in, we've been trying to get drift mode to work in the GT63 to no avail. Start it back up. Okay, so let's remember the little pedal dance here. We've got race mode,
Pedal dance.
traction control, and stability control off, ESP off, drive, manual mode, and then can you hold that so I can hold the pedals?
Yep.
Oh snap!
Wow. Decisions. It is dark.
It is dark. I feel bad laying more rubber in this parking lot.
Yes. Hey, how about you just make sure you do that in your review?
Yes, that is a good call. We've activated drift mode. I don't really want to take this out at the night and go sliding it around. It's just too valuable of a car for something to happen.
Right.
But in my review, I promise I will find a parking lot and we will go and drift it up a little bit and get the tires all nice and smoky.
Good.
Promise.
You heard it here, folks.
you know, even though we like to have fun, we like to be sporty and show you cool things, you got to have a level of responsibility with everything we do.
Exactly.
And when you're playing around with a toy like this, I mean, this thing's, yeah, it's just too much to do something like
It's fun, it's beautiful, but you also have to return it when
Yes.
you're done with it.
Right, so that we can get
in more or less the same condition that you
Right.
got it in.
And I cannot imagine those 315 section width tires are very cheap to replace.
Right.
But we will do a few squirts around. I just don't want to ruin this parking lot any more than I already have.
Yes.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah, and if you guys can see the evidence.
Yeah, I think
do a
there's
zoom in.
there's some Cadillac over there. There's some Corvette. There's all sorts. Oh boy, a lot of comments just came in at once. I'll read through them here real quick, and then we're going to wrap up at the end. Thank you, Moran Samandi, for putting up with us all that and actually getting us into drift mode there.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. Thank you.
Wide Putin, you are right. I am lucky that I have a girl who will sit and listen to me ramble on about cars. She's learned to come around to it, and she's pretty good at them herself.
I'm honestly not listening all that much because I'm reading all your comments.
That is true. What a weird way to design a powertrain with those groups not communicating with each other, right? Yeah, I know, it is weird. This powertrain engineer, before he worked at FCA on the Hellcat, and he said engine cal and transcal work together all the time. I would much rather drive a 2021 Corolla SE sedan than this overpriced, unreliable German car. Steering is way too heavy. Well, Richard, I appreciate your candor. However, I think if you got to spend some time behind the wheel of this, you may disagree. And the saver of the day goes to Moran Samandi. I agree.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Way too expensive and high maintenance to be a practical car. You're right, Richard. I mean, this is not by any means a practical car unless you're the type of person who could drop $200,000 just as easily as you drop 40 for another car. Yes, you got something in there?
No, I just want to make sure you got both keys.
Sure. You want to do a little key swap?
Sure.
Okay, well, we are going to get things wrapped up. Thank you all so much for tuning in and checking out this absolute beast. If I had a list of my top 5 favorite cars that I've ever driven, this would be in it. And not only even just the expensive cars, but even the cars that represent the pinnacle of their engineering abilities and kind of elevating the level of their class. So when we're talking about large 4-door executive sedans that are just like top tier performance, there's nothing better than this car. And that's what's impressed me the most by it. So I mean, the M8 was fun, but it was silly and I didn't care much for it, even though it looked good, not in that color.
It was, that M8 was almost the same color green as this one.
Even
maybe
this
a
Mustang's
little
more
bit
subtle green. yeah, it's less metallic-y. But yeah, great job to Mercedes-AMG. Verdict is still out a little bit. Jury's still out on this Mustang. We'll see if a few more days behind the wheel can change my opinion, but I just got it today, and Chris had it for a few days up at the Topher, and he's kind of mixed. We both agree a 6-speed would help. Yep. So.
Wide Putin had a Chevy Silverado 3500 HD, long base, DRWD.
Yep, dual rear wheel.
Okay.
Dualies,
with the train horn.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
To quote, mess around with people with.
Ignorant. But that's pretty cool. I looked into getting a train horn back in
Don't
high
insult
school.
the man.
No, it's super cool. You have to admit that's ignorant.
That is really funny.
Yeah, it's funny. That's cool. Though.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. My buddy's got a 2500 Duramax, and it's fast. He's got it tuned up to like 700 torque. It really pulls, Sean.
Ah, perfect.
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be out here again next week, most likely back on Tuesday. What will we have next week? I don't know, but Supra is coming soon. It might be Supra Week next week.
That's October, I thought you said.
Is it in October?
I think you said it was
We're going to have a
October.
Supra, we're going to have a Type R, we're going to have an M2 competition. And next week might be M2 week. We're also going to have a Chevy Trailblazer here soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Lincoln Navigator, that's coming shortly. Alyssa and I are going to do some towing with that truck.
That'll be fun.
Yep. That's about it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks, Alyssa, for coming along on the rides. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.